Hi, I'm Chelsea from Cache Valley Counseling, and I am here to talk to you today about what an intensive weekend looks like and why we do them, and if you might be a good fit. So hopefully I can answer any questions that you might have about possibly doing an intensive for your relationship. So who is an intensive for? An intensive is for any relationship that is struggling or is needing therapy or is needing kind of a deeper connection, longing for a deeper connection. It's for those people who are looking potentially at getting divorced and are unsure of whether or not we should stay or whether or not we should go. Maybe you've tried counseling in the past and it hasn't really seemed to work. And this intensive weekend is basically 12 weeks of therapy squished into 2 days. And it is just that, it's very intensive. And oftentimes what happens is between weekly sessions, there's a lot of lag time. And that can be really powerful, but it can also be really hard to make progress. And so these intensive weekends are really made to hit the ground running, do 12 weeks of therapy right up front. And some couples do need follow-up after 12 weeks or those 12 hours together. And some couples do not. And so it's kind of for us to figure out together. Some people want kind of a maintenance thing where it's once a month. Some people want a weekly session. And those are things for us to kind of sort out and work through and talk through together. This is not appropriate for people who are experiencing domestic violence or abuse in their relationship in any form. So if that's you, this is not a good space for you. But anyone else who is really longing for a deeper connection with their spouse, 12 hours together dedicated to learning more about yourself, learning more about your partner, this is absolutely for you. And this is a great space to be able to start to explore how to have a deeper connection with your partner. We start at 10 and end at 5 and usually have about an hour lunch break at about the 1 o'clock hour. Any of those times are up for flexibility and can be changed if that doesn't fit your need. I always recommend that couples usually take the weekend for themselves. And so if you have kids in your family or in your relationship, making sure that the kids are being taken care of by someone else, or that you get a hotel for the weekend and you're able to just kind of spend some time and not dealing with the everyday ins and outs of life just for a day or two, because it is an intense weekend. There's lots of emotions and sometimes you just need a little downtime afterwards. And so I encourage couples to do that so that they can get the most benefit out of the weekend. Something else is that sometimes couples will ask me, is this going to be enough for us? Are we going to need more? And sometimes you do and sometimes you don't. I've also had couples who are coming on the brink of divorce that aren't really sure, is this right for us? Because we really aren't even sure that we want to stay together. And this absolutely is for you. Anyone that's really kind of questioning their relationship or questioning their bond and really wanting to work it out but don't really know how, this is a great space to be able to do it. Unfortunately, I have had a few couples that have not worked it out or have decided that what's best for their relationship and even best for their family is for them to get a divorce. And so they found it incredibly helpful to be able to kind of figure out what that looks like. What does that look like for our family? What does that look like for our relationship? How are my needs not being met? And how do I help meet those needs how do I help my future partners, or how do I understand that better so that my needs can be met by future partners? And so it really is helpful in any situation because you're going to learn more about yourself and more about your partner. And if you don't end up staying together, you're going to know what you need in your relationship so that you can get those needs met in a future relationship. So it's really for anyone who wants to know more about themselves and more about their relationship. And even if you're questioning the relationship altogether and whether or not you should stay together, this is for you. If you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to us. We're happy to answer any questions you might have about what an intensive weekend might look like for you.